Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Today is May 17th. It is Sunday. It's actually my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to my baby brother. So I am on just a few minutes early to hopefully help you guys and give you some time to find the video. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty in Paper Crafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live to demonstrate 3 projects every Sunday morning. It's my favorite day of the week, and I love doing it. So let's do something fun to start out with. Why don't you post an emoji of how you're feeling today? I just want to know how everybody's feeling. Let's just check in and see how everyone's feeling today. Post me your emoji of how you're feeling today. I hope everybody is doing fabulous. Okay. Looks like my internet's going to be a lot of fun today. So I'll wait for those emojis to pop up. Now let's go ahead and talk about these projects today. Today I'm going to be using the Parisian Beauty Bundle. We have the stamp set and we have the dies. And this set, I would tell you, the dies steal the show. Let me just tell you that. This is an awesome set, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I did with it. Now, I used this set for my spring retreat, so there were lots of Parisian themed styles in my retreat, but you know, you can't ever craft with it too much because it is a retiring bundle, and I did want to play with it one last time before it went away. Just gonna get out of that real quick and see if I can come back in. Ah, there we go. Look at all those emojis. I see hearts and smiley faces and thumbs ups. And ooh, Trisha's feeling like a super mom. Yay, Trisha, you are a super mom. Alrighty. Okay, so cool. Thank you guys for those emojis. So anyways, I think the dies in this set are really the showstoppers. They're the ones that steal the show for sure. And so I'm going to show you these 3 projects that I made, but then I had this little bonus project. Look at this little 3D Eiffel Tower. I felt like I had like a 3D printer with this little, wouldn't this be fun for, I know it doesn't look like anything when I stand it up, but wouldn't this be fun for little centerpieces for a wedding or a birthday party? If you die cut this out of chipboard or something, it might be a little bit more sturdy, but this is the gold foil and it stands up just perfectly, and it's really cute. So I thought this is a special request from Janie, who asked me if it was hard to make a 3D Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to show you that. What I did was I cut 3 of these dies, these detailed dies here, in gold foil. And so that's easy, right? We just die cut those out. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trimmer, and let's see if we can get it all the way in here so you guys can see. And I'm just going to score this in half. So I'm just sticking in my trimmer. I'm going to put it in the center as best I can. There we go. And just score it down the middle. We're going to do that on all 3 of them. So I'm going to show you guys this. This is super easy. Great little fun little centerpiece you can do for a wedding or for a birthday party. Maybe you're going to have a graduation party for your senior and they're having a Paris theme. Maybe they, you know, are going to go overseas or for vacation or something. This would be a cute little centerpiece for a party like that. Okay, so I've scored all 3 of those in half. So you're just going to fold them on that score line. Just gently, you know, it's foil paper. It's not going to be super sturdy. Just fold it in half. Fold all 3 of them. Okay, so now I've folded my Eiffel Towers in half. I'm just going to put adhesive on the side, and I'm going to merge 2 of them together here. I'm just going to put 2 together like so. Okay, you just kind of line them up, right? Line the little tops. And then we're going to put glue on these inside pieces. Hi, Sherry. Thank you guys so much for watching today. You guys are awesome. Okay, so then we've got our 3rd Eiffel Tower. So we're just going to fold that in there and just kind of piece the sides together. You just want to kind of match up the sides. Super easy, doesn't take a lot of glue. Just line up those sides. And that's how easy it is to make one of these little 3Ds. Cool, right? I love these dies. They're just so cool. All right, so let's get to today's projects. I'm gonna clean my fingers from this glue. Today's projects are 3 that I was so excited to do. This first one, I think the star of the show, is this little seal that I did. And I was lucky enough to see Shelly from Stampin' Up! Actually make a seal out of embossing powder. And I'm gonna show you guys that little technique today. So I thought that this stamp here was perfect for a little seal. So I'm really excited to show you guys that. And the other thing, I don't know if my camera is going to show this very well, but on the back of my Eiffel Tower, can you see the glimmer paper showing through? Every picture that I see of the Eiffel Tower is always twinkling and sparkling and beautiful, all lit up in the night. And so I wanted to create that effect with this Eiffel Tower, so I put the glimmer paper behind it so that it sparkles and it's glimmery in the background. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I want to show you guys that really cool technique with the seal. It is a little bit time consuming because we're going to be using embossing powder and we're going to be using the heat tool to heat it up. Now, you need a silicone sheet for this, okay? The silicone craft sheet is very, very, very heat resistant. So I'm going to have really, really hot heat from the heat tool on this thing, and it's not going to ruin my craft sheet. So the first thing we do is we take our gold embossing powder and we just make a pile of it on our craft sheet, okay? The other thing that I want to do and make sure that I have ready to go is I want to have my Versamark ink pad and my little stamp that I'm going to stamp inside of it ready to go, because as soon as it's heated up and ready, I want to stamp it. But I'm going to use the Versamark to protect my stamp and make it so it doesn't stick to the embossing powder. So I'm going to coat my stamp really well with Versamark ink, and then I'm going to stamp it in the center. It's kind of a quick process, so I wanted to explain it ahead of time to you. All right, so now I've got my embossing powder here. I have my heat tool. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heat it from below. So this takes a little bit of time. So okay, I think that's good enough. So now I'm going to put my stamp in Versamark. It didn't stay quite in the circle that I was hoping for, but that's okay. And then we're just going to stamp the seal. I let it sit there for a second, just kind of let the embossing liquid now kind of cool down. And then just pull away slowly, and you've got a little seal. And it didn't damage your stamp. Your stamp is totally fine. I see a little hair in there. Can you see that? How cool that is? Very cool. So then when it's cooled down and hardened, we can peel it up off of the silicone sheet like no problem at all. Okay, so for the rest of the card, let's go ahead and do that while that cools down. So I used a piece of foil sheet to back the cards, the card. So let's go ahead and bring the card in so you can see it. Okay. And so then I also cut out an Eiffel Tower out of that glimmer paper, and I cut an Eiffel Tower out of that basic black cardstock, so that I'm gonna map these two together. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do the stamping first. So I'm gonna stamp this background with a lot of the different images from the stamp set. So I have my Stays on Black ink. Now what I am going to do this time, I think, to just kind of lighten the images, is I'm going to stamp off once, just so that it's not as dark on the paper. Because I feel like when it's really dark, it kind of takes away from the stuff that's happening, the other stuff that's happening on the card. So I'm just taking the sentiment, the little words, taking this little wavy, reminds me of postmarks, you know, when you send something through the mail. There's also this really cool decorative stamp. Very Paris. So just stamping that. And then we have this, what is this little thing? This, there's a word for this. I don't know what it is. I don't know a lot of things. I don't know if that's obvious. Okay, and then the last we want to do is stamp with our little stamp that we use for our seal. Again, I'm just going to stamp off once. Okay. All right, so I kind of like that it's a little bit lighter, not as dark. We'll go ahead and move these stamps out of the way. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece of cardstock, we're gonna glue it to our gold foil paper. Okay, so now that I've got this on here, I'm going to go ahead and mat it onto my base. My 600 club for my team was the silicone sheets, so hopefully they could try out this new technique now that they have the silicone sheet. Okay. All right, so now we've got that. Let's go ahead and glue our Eiffel Tower onto our other Eiffel Tower. Just gonna put some liquid glue on the back of the black one. It's very tough with all these tiny little pieces. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of offset it just a little bit. I don't want it to be super offset, but just enough to see the sparkle in the background. Like so. Okay. Good morning, Terry. Thanks for watching. All right, so now we're gonna put liquid glue on the back of our Eiffel Tower. And glue that down on top of our card. Like so. And then we have our Merci that we're going to glue. Right across the Eiffel Tower there. Preferably not sticking to my fingers. Super cute. Okay, time for the seal. So the seal just peels right off. Look at that. Look how easy that peeled right off. And we can actually, if we want to, just trim down the sides so it's a little bit cleaner. We can kind of clean and round off the sides. I don't know if I want, I've never cut through it. Oh, hey, it cuts nicely. Okay, so I kind of rounded it a little bit, kind of cleaned up the edges a little bit. And this just wipes right off. It just picks right off. So look, I'll get my baby wipe here. Good as new. Clean and ready to go for another round of embossing. Okay, so I used the black satin ribbon behind the seal, and I thought maybe it would be cute with the bow. So I tied a bow. How cute would that be? It'd be a little bit thicker. What do we think? Do we like the bow or do we like the tag? What do we think? I hate that my comments aren't coming up. You guys tell me. Bow with the seal or just a little tag? I know, Cindy, the silicone sheets are awesome. Okay, Diane says no bow. Evelyn says a tag. Okay, the bosses have spoken, guys. We're just doing a tag. So I'm just gonna trim this down. And we'll do them in opposite directions. And then I use glue dots to keep the ribbon contained and glue the silicone, or glue the embossing to the bow. Okay, and then we'll put some on the back. Whoops. All right, and we'll just put this here in the corner like so. Isn't that the coolest? I absolutely love this card. I think it's so cool. I love the black and white and gold and the little seal. Isn't that stamp just perfect for a little seal? And you could do it on the envelope. You can glue it on the envelope. You do all kinds of fun things. I hope you learned something new and you had fun with me today. I thank you guys so much for playing along with me. This is, again, my favorite day of the week. Now remember, you can get all 3 of these projects for free, mailed to you, cut, prepped, and ready to go so that you can do easy assembly. And that can be yours for a $35 order this week on my online store. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a fabulous week. We will see you next Sunday for more fun. Bye-bye.